So, okay, well, we're talking about, or I was talking about Grace School of Dancing yesterday. That played a big part of my life when I was young, a very big part of my social life. And it was a nice place to find. It was a place you could go every day of the week, and quite often we did. I can't remember how much it cost, but it wouldn't have cost very much, as we wouldn't have been able to do it. But I think we spent, instead of going to the pub, we used to go to Grace School of Dancing. And the great thing about Grace School of Dancing, not only did you learn to dance, mainly it was ballroom dancing. I learned to waltz, quick step, foxtrot, that sort of thing. But they did teach jive as well. And jive was very popular when I was young. And that's where I think I learned to jive. And as I said, there were a lot of girls at Grace School of Dancing, because I think dancing was more a girls' thing than a boys' thing. So there wasn't a big crowd of boys, but lots and lots of girls. And I seem to remember that I had lots of girlfriends that changed over, because I got dumped a lot. I think at Grace School of Dancing, I got dumped more times than I have in my lifetime. But when I did get dumped, there was someone else always to step in and take their place. So I was never alone. It was a little bit like that. And as things went on, so I could dance, there were different places I could go. And one of the popular places I went with my friends, was the Locarno in Streatham. And it was a very big, I suppose you'd call it a discotheque, but it was enormous, lots and lots of people there. And there you could meet lots of people and dance and have a good time. I don't remember if you actually could buy alcohol. I don't remember. I think probably you couldn't. It may have been that. But anyway, that started me off, Grace School of Dancing. And then moving on from that, I had to start thinking about what sort of job I was going to do. Because at school, they didn't really give you a lot of information on careers. And one of the things that I did enjoy at school was being in the school play. I absolutely loved the school play. Not only did it get me out of ordinary lessons, but it did give me something that I enjoyed doing. A lot of them were historical plays, but still, I didn't mind. Some of them, I even remember the lines. I played Macduff in the Scottish play, Macbeth. I don't mind saying it because I'm not superstitious. And I enjoyed that quite a lot. So when I left school, I kind of had that inkling that maybe I could be an actor. But talking to my dad and other people, they said, no, don't be silly, go and get a proper job. So I did. And the other thing I wanted to do was be a ladies' hairdresser. I thought that would be quite nice, being in a hairdresser shop, having lots of lovely women coming in, and I was there doing their hair. It appealed to me very much. And I got a job in a little hairdresser's in Putney, Andres. And I remember the first day starting there, I was getting very excited for what to expect. But I was very disappointed. I went in there with high expectations and they were dashed in no time at all. They were giving me jobs like sweeping the salon, washing the towels, washing the mirrors, and that was practically all I did for a long, long time. Eventually they gave me the chance to wash people's hair, and that actually is even a worse job, washing old women's hair, because it was a very old woman's salon. I'd picked the wrong place to get an apprenticeship for hairdressers. I realised that. And the only bit of enjoyment I had there was with a friend I made, an Italian boy called Pasquale, and we used to have a good time. Early in the mornings, we used to get in before Mr. Bernadette got in, that was the boss's name. We used to have shampoo fights with big bottles of shampoo. And one day he came in and caught us. The shampoo was all over the floor before we managed to clean it up. And he took me in the office and he said, Bruce, I really don't think you're cut out to be a hairdresser. I'm willing to set you free from your apprenticeship because it was a signed contract then. And I said, yeah, you're probably right. And I left. And I was very glad to leave too, actually. We were paid a pittance, absolute pittance. So then I really lost. I didn't know what to do. I wasn't sure at all. And I got a lot of sort of dead-end jobs in offices before I found my niche. And I'll tell you about that later in another episode when I'll connect with you, which will be tomorrow. Thank you again for listening, and I'll speak to you then.